sun shines on Saskatchewan's friendly city as rivalries heat up inside the Moose Jaw Event Center. Italy with a chance to still get into the quarterfinals of the World Para Ice Hockey Championships, while Norway fight for their very first win of the tournament. Daniela Ponticelli alongside Darren Dupont with you for this pivotal final game of Group B play.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. You know, we get down to the final day of the tournament, and there's still so much to play for, so I'm really looking forward to this game.
And this is how it stands. Italy, win it and you're in it. Check it out. These are the standings.
Yeah, and they got to win in regulation, too, to get past the Germans. And all those overtime extra points, they really matter in a tournament like this. And it's unfortunate for Norway because they played so good way back on day one against Germany. Falling, though, to the Germans, they're going to just sit here, play out the round robin, and look forward to the 7-8 game.
We do know who is headed into at least the first quarterfinal. China taking on Korea, 7 o'clock Friday night. It's who will face Czechia. That will be determined right now.
Yeah, it's a big game today. China's been really impressive so far in this tournament. Of course, they boast the tournament scoring leader, which we know all about Shen. But when it comes to the rest of this pool and Italy's opportunity to make some noise in the playoff, it comes down to goaltending and timely scoring. So this is another big moment for the Italians if they want to have a chance to extend the competitive side of this tournament.
And they'll be led by Mirko Bianchi. And Norway will look to its leaders, Odin Bakke and Ulla Oiset.
I'm a big fan of Ulla Oiset. I think he's crept up into the tournament scoring leaders, but he's the leader for Norway.
And Kenneth Babby, hoping to come in, former head coach of Canada, helping out, or coming through for Norway rather, Saskatoon product as well. So this is really a homecoming for him. Love to get away with a win. There is a 7-8 game as well, so both these two teams still will play in this tournament, but this is it. Italy with a big shot right here, and it'll be Nils Larch. But in net, Santino Stilitano with some impressive work for Italy so far, and Andreas Sundt in net for Norway. Stilitano coming off a 26-save shutout win. Didn't even let one in on a shootout. That 1-0 win over Germany. We are back in it now. And Italy gets the opening face-off. Andrea Macri will shoot it down deep into the Norway zone. And quickly, one-on-one defense here, making it hard for Italy to find that room. Push to the outside, Christophe De Pauli with a bit of a shot, looking for Kaufman, who's put together the only goal in regulation for Italy this tournament. So far, anyhow. Lloyd Remy Solberg fires it off the end boards, was hoping for a little pass there to Oiset. Those two also with points in the tournament. Oiset putting together 4 goals, 4 assists in that first game against Germany, mounting that late comeback that could have set the course a little differently, and we have a teeing penalty early on going against Italy.
Yeah, trying to get a little aggressive and, create a little physicality early on here in the hockey game. But anytime you get the front of the sled in the way, you're going to get called on the tee, and early power play chance here for the Norwegians.
And your officials, Martin Rapek from Czechia, linesman Marius Oswald Hermansen from Norway, and Igor Hus from Slovakia. In the Italy zone, a bit of a slow face-off, gets caught under sled, and Italy comes away with it defensively. Not quite, though, if Nordstoga has their way, and there will be another penalty called. This one a holding. Assist to Ulla Oiset. So much for that Norway power play.
Yeah, another power play here, and the Italians, great work in the defensive zone. You get the holding call, so short and sweet was the Norwegian power play. So there'll be plenty of open ice here. Little 4-on-4 for almost the full 2 minutes.
Now Italy came into this, by the way, 0-7 on the power play. 5 for 7 on the kill. Meanwhile, Norway 0-9 on the power play, 2 for 4 on the kill. So one of those things where neither team has been able to capitalize on special teams. Now a little different, 4-on-4, as both teams have players in the penalty box. And for Norway, a big loss in Ulla Oiset, their points leader. So Italy gives chase down deep into their own zone. Italy in their beautiful blues. Norway in white. Captain Nordstoga getting in close on Kaufman. Again, mounting pressure. With 4-on-4 hockey, a bit of a different strategy at play. A number of skaters staying in the neutral zone. Andrea Macri over to Anderlecht. Anderlecht shoots it up to Larch. Larch has been a big player for Italy, coming through with that shootout game winner. Odenbake putting on the speed, looking for a little feed from down deep in the near corner to Morten Barnes. That shot down deep off the end boards. Nordstoga looks to pick it up far side. Kaufman right there for Italy. Bowled over that time by Martin Hamra. The crowd loves it here in Moose Jaw. No shortage of physical play at the World Para Hockey Games Championships, and through into the neutral zone. Captain Nordstoga for Norway. Puck loose, picked up by Varnes. Andrioni right there for Italy. Final seconds here for Italy's penalty. Odenbake weaving through. Hamra now behind the net of Stilitano. Again, an impressive showing by the 53-year-old goaltender for Italy. Has been with the team since its beginnings. And over to Macri now. Back to even strength. 5-on-5. A bit of a wash there with the 4-on-4.
It's unfortunate, you know, for these teams. They're both 0 for 1 on the power play. You know, these two are, you know, 2 of just 4 teams in the tournament without a power play goal. So all that does is hurt your power play stats. You don't really get an opportunity to get anything set up. So see if they reset here and start to work in the offensive zone a little more.
Odenbake firing that one down from the neutral zone, forcing Italy to defend deep. Rimari Marnini over on the far wall. There's a little stop by Stilitano up high that time. He has made some impressive saves up high. Norway getting down into the slot. Klakeg can't quite get a stick on it. Stilitano with a save. That one could have gone right by. It was close enough. And now the puck sent down deep into Norway's zone. Teeing it up. Oiset back on the ice after getting that holding call. Lindgrot worked by Andrioni. De Paoli finds Rimari Marnini, and then down deep again. Norway will collect it. Work it up the near side this time. Morten Varnes, who's been complete beauty for Norway, a veteran member of the team. Italy freed of the puck this time. Back again. A little bit of a speed check there from the center. Down deep, no icing call. We'll continue play. Varnes again working the near side. Hamra puts on the speed. Calling for it is Kistitstuin. Hasn't seen as much ice time, at least not in the first game for Norway. And Italy fires it back with some solid defense, putting on the speed. Torella with a hit on Nordstoga. All legal play on. Hardly any whistles so far.
Yeah, pace is good. It's really good. And, you know, Martin Hamra, we've heard his name a couple of times already. He's probably been the most active Norwegian so far. He's physical and moving the puck and skating well. The
feed up to Bake, and that sends it down. As As Kostistuen gets on Enderle. Tries to dislodge the puck, can't quite. Italy still in control. Only shot on goal so far. Norway on Stilitano. And they're looking to try again. That one. Did it get a piece of Stilitano? Either way, deflected. And just as I say that, I see a shot on goal awarded to Italy. That might have been for Norway. Either way, teams looking to get their offense going here in this big game. Pivotal for Italy especially. They win, they're in the quarterfinal against Czechia. A Norway win gives them their first of the tournament. Blackegg trying to make some space, open it up for Varnes. Now here's a chance, high slot, looking to work it, fires it down. Stilitano with the glove. We knew it would be a close one, and that's how it's starting out. Italy, Norway. Scoreless tie here at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw.
Culligan Water isn't just a name. It's a promise to put you and your loved ones first. Because with cleaner, softer water, you can feel confident about your water. Culligan Water has been the local water expert since 1936, when we pioneered the water softener. We've continued delivering unmatched service by meeting you where you are, whether it's where you live or where you work. And your satisfaction has always been our greatest reward. But that's not all. Culligan Water offers a responsible and economical alternative to the waste created from single-use plastic bottles. Our systems make it easier to preserve the planet, its landscapes, and its oceans. Because at the heart of everything Culligan Water does is a commitment to provide better water for a better world.
Still in the first period and looking for first goal. Norway, Italy, scoreless tie right now. Norway setting up. Solberg comes in close. Massive save by Stilitano. Almost couldn't see where the puck went, but right underneath. Stilitano for Italy.
Lloyd Remy Solberg's been one of the most dangerous Norwegians through this tournament. He's got a goal already. He thought maybe that was going to find a way over top of the shoulder of Stilitano. Even put the arms in the air for a second, but watch the Italian goaltender. Pushes himself up to the top of the crease, squares up parallel to the goal line, and removes all the room. That's a great job by a veteran goaltender.
And yet Stilitano also had his eyes looking up high. No, it was well caught there, Italy. Unable to keep it in control, so Odin Bakke will circle back in the Norwegian zone. Looking over to Varnes. Adiche out on the ice for Italy. Tries to find Andreoni now with only one stick. Bakke. Over to Oiset. These two know they need to get on the board if they want to make something happen here for Norway. Morten Varnes this time. That's a nice stick save by Stilitano. Stilitano now tested 4 times over in the other net. Andreas Sundt with 1 save so far. Oiset looks for Lindgren, finds Solberg. Norway shoots. That's a big save again, and another one by Stilitano. But Norway with the rebound. Lindgren in there for a 3rd chance on that one. Caught the bodies in front of the net. What an opportunity for Norway. And Santino Stilitano coming off a 26-save shutout yesterday against Germany. Went all the way to a shootout. Didn't even let one in the shootout. Back again today.
Wait, how did that stay out of the net? What a chance for the Norwegians.
Odin Bakke now from the near point will fire it down. That could have been something. Decided to change it up instead of going down deep in the slot. So Norway just shooting however they can. Again, Norway outshot their first opponent, Germany, 22-17. but it ended up being a 5-3 loss in that game 1. So they can get pucks on the net. It's a matter of getting by these goaltenders. Now Italy. Alex Enderle drops it for Alessandro Andreoni. Now De Paoli. Nearly scooped up by Oiset. Thought he had got the turnover. Didn't quite. Antachi now. Down deep near the official. Circles back. Keeps it away from Lindgrot. The young Norwegian, Alexander Lindgrot, 19 years old. And Italy trying to push the puck out of their zone. De Paoli with a bit more control now. Nils Larch fires it off the far wall. Solberg for Norway. Rather, Klakeg to Solberg. Now over to Hamra. And it's so much pressure from the Italians. These two teams, we know they can defend well. Here's a chance, though. Christophe De Paoli, and Klakeg's in front, but can he get by? De Paoli tries to weave, shoots, scores! Christophe De Paoli does it all by himself.
That's a great finish from De Paoli, and caught Jan-Roger Klakeg a little bit in a tough spot, right? When in one-on-one, he's trying to read and react and almost anticipate where De Paoli's going. So is Sunt too, right? The goaltender, and they both, the defenseman Klakeg, the goaltender Sunt, they both went left. De Paoli went right and put it inside the post. Great finish and an early lead for the Italians.
Italy on the board first in this pivotal game. Win it, and they're in it for the quarterfinals. There's Team Germany, just coming off a pretty hard loss to China, 7-0. Right now, second in the standings for Group B. So if Italy doesn't win this game in regulation, Germany is through to that quarterfinal game, 3 o'clock Friday against Czechia. Of course, they're invested in this, and right now, at center ice, puck is loose, and that's Macri rather, will shoot it down towards the net. Again, Andreas Sunt hardly tested in the majority of this opening period, faced with such a tough test against Christophe De Paoli. Italy again, sharp angle shot, that one covered up by Sunt. Italy's Christophe De Paoli gets on the board. Oh, there it is again. Italy up 1 on Norway at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw.
So I got another Parkson ticket. Play 92, #1 for throwbacks.
It's Kyler for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Huge game for the Italians here this afternoon, and without their captain, Gianluca Cavalier, they put the C on Andrea Macri. And not just put the C on him, you can't see it, but Pee-wee hockey style with the stick tape, the C. I love it. But
gotta do what you gotta do.
Absolutely.
And why not?
There it is.
Yeah, you can get a closer look at it. One of the things is that Macri has a great story, too. He's actually involved with a new project called Adaptive Winter Sport, which aims to improve the number of people actually participating in winter para sports, and just a big leader on this team on and off the ice.
Well, you look at the group, right? I mean, there's a reason, not just, they're a good hockey team and a chance to get into the quarterfinal, but when you've got plenty of leaders, it's easy to fill those gaps when you lose an important piece like your captain.
Italy now back in their own zone, spending plenty of time there, but still with the lead. De Paoli's already got the 1 goal, fires it towards the net. Will go wide, rims around. Larch looks to pick it up near the hash marks, and Oyseth with a nice underpass off the board. Solberg could meet it just a bit down deep. We go for a sharp angle or try to find someone there. That was a big collision. That's how you play hockey.
Stefan Kaufman just laid the body in the corner in the defensive zone. You love to see it. These Italians are for real, and they don't want to just get by here. They want to send a message to the Germans.
Again, Italy in their beautiful blues. The Norwegians with their statement whites. And Macri, the acting captain, now back behind the net of Stilitano. Stilitano with 4 saves so far. Italy with 3 shots on goal the other way. 1 off the stick of De Paoli getting in. Chases on down deep into the Norwegian zone. Bakke, a little back pass to Varnes. Those two have played together for a long time. We're talking more than a decade being on this Norwegian team. Lots of history. Now Andrioni looks to get going, gets caught on Morten Varnes. Play will go on. That one high off the stick of Macri. My goodness, back behind, far side. Ulla Oyseth looking for Solberg. Caught back behind. Now Andrioni looks to get in the mix for Italy. Puck might be stuck. No, it is loose now. Solberg able to get it there. Still battling for the puck. Now it's free and clear. Andrioni comes flying in, working the far wall. Reimati Marnini and Victor Kronberg. Haven't seen him much in the game yet. In the mix for Norway. Macri behind the net of Stilitano. Tees it up. Ooh, that's a deep pass down, and it'll cost them an icing. Bring the play back into the Italian zone.
Well, Christophe De Paoli opened the scoring for the Italians, but he's doing more than just scoring here. Makes a great play in the offensive zone that's really going to open up some offense. Look at the Norwegians are trying to break out, but De Paoli, big hit. That turns into the shot from Macri at the blue line. It was a great job putting pressure on the breakout of the Norwegians, and Italy's doing a lot of little things right here in the first.
Including coming off that defensive zone drawn, carrying it down deep into the Norwegian zone. And Tachi, though, getting stopped by Nordstoga, the Norwegian captain. Far side, looking for those connecting passes. Solberg chases on. Solberg Macri will be number 17 for Norway. Back along the boards. Jan Roger Klakek settling it down. Looking to keep it away from Alessandro Androni. He's forechecking from Italy. Trying to create that opportunity close to the net. Oyseth weaving through. Can't maintain control. Coming up on De Paoli. Italy will fire it back. Darren, they'll play this game all day.
Oh, yeah. You know, keep the puck away from Stilitano, and really tight defensive hockey from the Italians.
Yeah, playing that system. Final 10 seconds here. Italy looking to add to their lead. Larch. Can they do it? Final seconds. Kaufman and Tachi. And while that did go in, of course, the buzzer went first. So Italy coming through the first period with a big lead, considering whenever these two teams play in the last 2 World Championships, that is. They've gone into overtime and even a shootout. Italy with a must-win in regulation to move on to the quarterfinals. And a good start for them. This is the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Moose Jaw.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
My window's like a mirrored reflection. I have to steer you in the right direction. I have to trust that we can find a way.
On every trip, you can depend on Esso to be the place between places, connecting you to what's next.
Good morning!
So I got another Parkson ticket. Play 92, number 1 for throwbacks.
It's Kyler for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything, all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming, Geo satellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do? Saskatchewan. 620 CKRM. Scores! Jägerbomb!
in his first Paralympic Games for Canada. Here comes James Dunn with his first Paralympic goal. Like he's been doing it all his life.
A fast first period here in the final preliminary game for Group B. Italy leads 1-0 on Norway. Italy needing a win in regulation if they want to play upset on Germany and get into the quarterfinal matchup with Czechia on Friday. Daniela Ponticelli alongside Darren Dupont, and it really was a fast-paced first period of play and a defensive battle all the same.
Well, it was a tight checking, close game, lots of play in the neutral zone, but Italy's doing the little things that they need to do just to make sure they're on the right side of this. Norway's a frustrated group. I mean, they expected more out of this event. They'll go home disappointed, but Italy still has something to play for, and they need to win this in regulation. So 20 minutes in, so far so good.
And goaltending, of course, is going to be big. Santino Stilitano getting the start for Italy today, just after a phenomenal game yesterday, a 26-save shutout there against Germany. So the Germans are in the crowd. The team is watching. We'll see how things play out. But again, a really great first period of action and one that resulted in a goal for Christophe De Pauli.
Yeah, he was really good defensively, and then he got credited with the great goal at the other end, which we'll see here in just a little bit. But you talk about the goaltender, Stilitano. I mean, the reflexes are on point. I mean, he is all over the puck right now through 15 minutes. And look at this. Great job getting in the lane, coming out, forcing the action. Norway's going to continue to push. They are. They're going to find more lanes to the net. And Stilitano's going to be busy if Italy's going to get into a quarterfinal.
Yeah, they've had their moments. Odin Bakke, of course, looked to as an important leader on Norway's team, and that's something to consider too. And the fact that Italy does not have their captain, Gianluca Cavalier, out there on the ice. It is Andrea Macri wearing the C.
This sequence was the one in that period where I thought, how does this puck stay out? You know? And Lindgren had a really good chance at one end, and then we'll see the goal from De Pauli here. Went left, went right, got Claque, caught in a tough spot, and slid it in the open side.
The work of players like Antachi, right up in the slot, able to defend, but De Pauli's goal, it's a big one. Last time these two teams faced each other on the World Championship stage, the game went to overtime.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, two teams with a ton of familiarity, always play each other tight. And today's no different. This is a 1-0 game, but it could easily be 1-0 the other way. It could be 2-1. There's been chances, so long way from over here today.
And there's the breakdown. Shots on goal, very even. Norway with a slight edge, 4-3. Christophe De Pauli feeling good, knowing he might want to add to that tally in order to make this a bit of a tighter game or a bit of a more secure game, Ulla Oiset. He knows how to score and he knows how to make a big comeback. That first game against Germany, it really could have gone Norway's way. But here they are. If Norway wins, they get to enjoy their first victory. Team Germany goes through to the quarterfinal.
It will feel good to win if Norway can find a way here, but I don't know how much they'll enjoy it. Ken Babby, they'll go home disappointed. I mean, he had this group ready to go, and they threw everything but the kitchen sink at the Germans and way back on day one, and it just wasn't happening. The cards, were stacked against them, and Germany capitalized. So this is the spot you're in.
And no one has come through Group B play with a win against China. Second period underway. Norway with the face-off win. Captain Nordstoga finds Varnes. De Pauli just as quickly could have a chance. No, got to fend off Oiset though. And Alexander Lindgrot very quickly with the rink-wide pass. Cross ice to Oiset. A little tee up to Odin Bakke, and he's got room. Shoots towards Stilitano. Just wide. One of the better looks, but Odin Bakke has had some chances in this game already. He'd certainly like to add to his points tally. He's got 1 goal, 1 assist in the tournament so far. But no win for Norway yet. Stefan Kaufmann tries to free and clear the puck out. Can't quite get a stick on it. Oiset circles back. Again, tight defense here in the Italian zone. Not much room. They'll shoot it from the outside up high off the glass. Near side, Norway puts the stop on that, hoping to keep it in on the blue line. Can't quite. Morten Varnes and Captain Nordstoga will settle it back behind the net of Andreas Sundt, who has been outstanding for Norway. Varnes along the near wall, coming up on Macri. And Kaufmann hoping to get his stick on it. Bakke will feed it back to Lindgrot, but the puck is loose, and Morten Varnes again having to find Oiset. Norway hoping to set up their systems, get their offense cycling the puck. Here comes Klakeg from the high circle. That one could have been something, but Italy right there with that solid stifling defense. Nils Larch connects. Here's a chance right in front of the net. And now traffic down deep in the slot. And the puck is kept 3 by Stefan Kaufmann.
Good play by Kaufmann to get that puck out as there was a mad scramble in the slot. Norway just unable to get a clean stick on it and get the shot away, but coming close here.
Solberg putting on the speed, looking for an open lane. Klakeg was setting up. High slot coming back down, fires it, no, whiffs. Instead, Klakeg comes back to the puck. Now Nordstoga from the blue line. And that's just a series of unfortunate events for Norway. Here comes Italy with a shot that's wide. Matteo Reimati Marnini could have had a chance, fires it. Norway now defending their zone down in the near corner. Nordstoga looking for the free puck, gets it, nearly dislodged. It is, in fact, by Reimati Marnini, who had the chance just a little earlier. Torella with a soft pass, that finds Nordstoga, and Enderle just tries to shoot it high slot that time. Solberg hoping to clear it. Kept in by Alex Enderle, Italy with the offensive pressure. Alessandro Andreoni looking for the feed up to Reimati Marnini. Now Macri fires it up high. That's the back of the net, not in front. looked like something. Italy having some of their best pressure of the game so far. The puck is sent deep into the Italian zone.
Yeah, cautious start in the second period for both teams. Outside of that little scramble in front and the turnover from Knut Andre Nordstoga, it's been kind of a quiet period.
Some fancy stick handling by Alexander Lindgrad, but Italy maintains a 1-0 lead in this final play of Group B and a shot at the quarterfinal.
Well, the Chinese are off to the quarterfinals thanks to Yifeng Shen and his tournament leading 12 points. But if Norway's going to find a way to get on the board, they're going to need Oloiset to get going here in this one. He's been their most dangerous offensive player, but today he's been fairly quiet.
Nordstoga with a chance up high, but yes, Oiset, number 71, down deep immediately. That's exactly what we've been seeing from this Norwegian team, this line in particular. If Nordstoga can get that feed to Oiset, they can time it out. They have been in the right position. It's just trying to get by Santino Stilitano.
The Italian goaltender's locked in, and right now, he's the reason why they're in this spot.
53 years old. I mentioned that only for the veteran leadership that comes with it. This is his 10th Worlds appearance. And Stefan Kaufmann looking to send it back. And Nils Larch now on the ice, needing some time just to readjust, and the officials checking in, making sure he's okay.
That's a little uncomfortable, but he'll be all right, it looks like. Just a little shaken up down in the corner and get the stoppage and a chance here to reset for Italy.
So the draw will happen in the Norway zone. There's the Italian bench. We'll take another look. Now what happened here down deep in the corner? Ooh, yeah, that's a tough collision. Jan Roger Klekegg for Norway in on that. Still even strength, neutral zone draw, in fact, just outside the Norwegian zone. And Oiset will win it over to Nordstoga. Here comes Varnes. Driving the action deep. Norway trying to use some sharp angles. They have shot towards the net that way. Now far side. And Norway with just a slight edge on shots on goal right now. There's another one. Is that in the glove? It is! Stilitano! Still got it.
That was a great save on a quick shot. You never know where it's coming when Oiset's got the puck on his stick, but just steps right out in the high circle. And that was labeled for the top corner, but Stilitano really stretched out that left glove hand and made a great save.
My eyes were tracking it well past that too, and then boom, what a stop.
It's the most impressive thing for me in this game is how lethal the shots are from long range.
Whew.
And that was a tough one from up at the top of the circle.
Just wound it up. And Ulla Oiset can certainly be a name, a player that you keep track of here in para hockey on the international and the world stage. As the puck goes loose towards Stilitano, he'll just play it off. just as quickly. Here's a chance in front. That could have connected with Bakke. Italy will send it down instead. Yeah, Ulla Oisset, just 24 years old. Nordstoga, one of the veteran members of the Norway squad, wearing the C. Over to Odin Bakke. Looking for Oisset. Here's a chance. It's got room. Macri in the way. That's deflected off of Macri. Francesco Torella turned around but fires it down. Here's a chance for Matteo Ramadi. Marnini fires it towards the soft. It's up high. Ooh. Andrea Sund watching it.
Yeah, a tough one. Just awkwardly rolls up the post and sits on top of the net. But Ulla Oisset has really picked up his game in the second period. Had a great scoring chance from the top of the circle, a great feed from the corner that almost turned into another chance, and then defensively created a turnover in the neutral zone. So Norway's big players are starting to elevate their game, and that could be trouble for Italy.
In the face-off circle for Italy, Nils Larch coming up on Martin Hamra, who wins it for Norway, but who's there to get the puck down deep? Kaufman fighting for it alongside De Pauli. Skirted up and free. Larch can't quite meet the puck there, so Norway does the work to clear it. Hamra hoping to squeeze it against the boards, can't quite, but Norway with the chance, putting on the speed. Kistitstuen is looking for Solberg. Got three Norwegians over on the near side, and a penalty coming against Norway.
Yeah, Jan Roger Klakegg is going to get called here on interference. It maybe could have been teeing as well, as just in the corner. We'll get a look at it down low. Just caught a clip of Stefan Kaufman, and we'll see Italy's second power play, but the first one was just 8 seconds, so an opportunity here to get things going and find an insurance marker.
Yeah, I believe Kaufman thought it was against him. That's why he had his hands up. What? We'll see. Again, neither team has been able to get going on special teams, at least on the power play. So it'll be Nils Larch for Italy on this power play draw in the Norway zone. Macri being patient, plenty of time. It's 5-on-4 right now. Italy already won with a 1-0 lead. Stefan Kaufman looks for a pass to Enderle. Enderle fires it. Sund had committed to his position there, but it was a bit wide. Christophe De Pauli with a bit of a speed check down deep. Three Italians on Odin Bakke, who's in the mix for Norway. Norwegian power or penalty kill unit has been strong. De Pauli fires it. Deflected but kept in on the line. Alex Enderle down deep. Christophe De Pauli will try to connect it down low. Nordstoga in the mix for Norway. Oisset as well. Final minute here of this Italian power play. Their second opportunity of the game. First real one with a 5-on-4. And Norway will play keep away instead and chip it down.
Yeah, Norway's doing a great job on the penalty kill. You know, a unit that was just 66% on the PK coming into the game, but they're really clogging up the middle of the ice, and Italy's having trouble getting anything to the front of the net.
In fact, Stilitano deciding or making sure to make a save on that one. You know, you don't want to let sort of unseen pass behind go unsaved. Christophe De Pauli doing what he can to keep the puck in the Norwegian zone. Final seconds here of this Italy power play. They would love a little more distance on the scoreboard. They have won 1-0 win over an opponent, but that came in a shootout. And they need to win this one in regulation if they want to move on to the quarterfinals. Varnes playing down deep to Captain Nordstoga. Now Oiset from the center, looking for all kinds of options. Taking the near side, a little bit of a drop pass. Nordstoga fires it, and it's well deflected by Stilitano. Pushed away to the outside. Varnes under sled. And again, mounting pressure now from Norway as they set up. Pressure along the end boards. Andreoni now for Italy. Right there, though, is Hamra and Oiset. And Alex Enderle will send it underneath and around. Non-stop pressure. Here's a big stretch pass. Oh, doesn't quite connect. But that would have been a big one for De Pauli, who was able to carry his first goal, the lone goal of the game so far, all through the zone himself as it was.
Yeah, Hammer doing a good job just inside the blue line, but Italy's playing with fire here. You can't sit back and hope to win this game 1-0. If they're going to find a way into the quarters and jump past Germany, they're going to find a way to push the offense a little bit more.
Lloyd Remy Solberg settling it down, opting to push it low. I thought they might go for a line change. Yeah, Solberg does. So Odin Bakke out here, and still in the Italian zone as it is, and Norway keeps it in play for themselves. Bakke there to meet it. Chips it down, number 22 for Norway. Stefan Kaufmann behind his own net. There's been plenty of extended time here in the Italian zone. Norway with the equalizer. Could it be Stilitano? Off the glove. Onto the ice, still saved. Italy hanging on to their 1-0 lead in a must-win game. The World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw.
Kick off spring in style with new offers from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Costco is back, and eligible members can receive a $750 bonus on select trucks and full-size SUVs. Step into the powerful 2022 Chevy Silverado or 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 with low financing rates starting at 1.49% for up to 72 months. Drive in comfort and style with the versatile 2023 Equinox and 2023 Terrain, featuring standard heated seats, advanced safety features, and a modern infotainment system with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Or opt for the spacious and refined 2023 Buick Enclave with standard all-wheel drive starting from as low as 2.99% financing. Don't miss out on these limited time offers. Visit us today to experience the thrill of driving a new Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC.
Right in front of the net, Odin Bakke. Wow, that was a fast draw. Glad our eyes were on the ice here.
Uh-oh. Well, Stilitano's okay. He was sprawled out on his back, making another big stop. He's just been fantastic, you know, in this hockey game and doing everything he needs to do, sacrificing the body and making another save to keep Italy up 1-0.
Nils Larch in the face-off circle with Ulla Oiset. Now right off the draw. I mean, they're not waiting for those media timeouts to wrap up. They're fired up, especially this close to the Italian netminder, who again has been on fire, especially since coming in as relief for Gabriele Araudo in that first game against China. And yes, he did let a few in that game, but Larch weaving, looking for that room. Larch with 1 assist in regulation play this tournament. And then that penalty, or not penalty, rather, the shootout winner last night. Sundt forced to cover up.
Yeah, been a quiet period for Andreas Sundt to the Norwegians. He needs a little offensive support down at the other end right now. just the fourth save he's had to make in the hockey game. So see if again, I mentioned this before, Italy can't sit here and hope to win this game 1-0. The way Norway's been pressuring, they are going to have more scoring chances, and you got to think you're going to need a second goal today.
And yes, while the defensive pressure has been there, there's still so much time left in this game as well. And just as quickly, Morten Varnes will carry the puck through himself out of the Norway zone. Dislodged by DePaule.
DePaule's done everything for Italy.
All over the ice in this game. And why not? They know they need to win this in regulation to move on to DePaule. Right there, we were just saying, Solberg giving chase, bumping him. All's fair out there on the ice. Both teams playing hard.
Okay, it just ramped up another level. You could feel it.
Final moments here of the second period. That was nice weave through, great stick handling as Klakeg drops it back to Varnes. These two teams know each other well. The last two times they've played each other, it has gone into overtime. Stilitano will cover it up and said he was wondering, what shall I do with this? But Solberg, Lloyd-Remy Solberg, right there on the doorstep.
Well, the physical play. One big hit on Hamra. There was another one from DePaule. There's been 4 or 5 really good hits now in the last couple of minutes as we sit here towards the end of the second period. And yeah, it's 1-0. It's been fairly quiet, very ho-hum, but this is ramping up a little bit. And as we get to the final 15, I think the intensity is going to pick up too.
And here we go, a big chance for Norway as they set up for an offensive zone draw. They did get a quick look off the face-off a few minutes back. Here's another chance, Ulla Oiset in the circle with Nils Larch for Italy. Larch doing what he can. Trying to find the puck. Italy does it. Sends it out over to Nordstoga. Nordstoga, a little bit of patience. Rink-wide pass. Oh, nifty work by Klakeg. But no one there to feed it from the high slot. So Norway will maintain possession here. They still have some time. Bakke to Oiset. Oiset now with a chance. Final 20 seconds towards the net of Stilitano. That one watched as it went by. Into the far wall this time. Final 10 seconds now in the second period. And the clock will wind down with the puck and the action along the far wall. Well, we exit this one the way we entered it. Italy still up 1-0 on Norway. A couple more shots on goal from either side, but defensive play is the style of this game. We'll see what adjustments are made in the locker room. Daniela Ponticelli alongside Darren DuPont. Italy up 1-0 on Norway with one more period of play right here at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw.
Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM.
like he's been doing it all his life.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
My window's like a mirrored reflection. I have to steer you in the right direction. I have to trust that we can find a way.
On every trip, you can depend on Esso to be the place between places, connecting you to what's next.
Good morning!
So I got another Parson ticket. Play 92, number 1 for throwbacks.
It's Kyler for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything, all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming GeoSatellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do?
A scoreless second period, but still a 1-0 lead for Italy, who needs a win in regulation if they want to move on to the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, Norway still chasing their first win of the tournament. A chance to play spoiler for Italy, of course. We'll see how it plays out in the final period here. Daniela Ponticelli alongside Darren Dupont. One of the big stories of this game, Santino Stelitano. No surprise there, had a phenomenal game against Germany yesterday, but to come out this strong has made 8 stops, and big ones at that.
Yeah, 8's not a big number. He had just 4 saves in that second period, but each and every one was an adventure. I mean, there was action all around the Italian goal throughout that second period, and Stilitano, I mean, I don't know if it's superstition or if this is strategy, but he doesn't go to the dressing room in between periods. He sits on the bench and reflects and just takes in the moment. I don't know if that's a superstitious thing. He's also got to conserve every ounce of energy because he's been busy in the hockey game.
And one of those things as well is goaltenders always have their way of doing things. I'm not going to question it if it's working, and clearly it is right now for Stilitano. That's great.
Don't worry, goaltenders are always the weirdest guys on the hockey team. Every team.
I didn't say it. I didn't
Just
say
ask
it.
the goaltenders. But if you're stopping pucks like he's doing today, you can do whatever you want. Come in with the team, stay out on the bench, do whatever you want if you're playing like this.
Meanwhile, Andreas Sund, yes, that first goal that was let in by, or rather shot by Christoph De Pauli, sure it went in, but Andreas Sund has also been at the ready to go. One of the younger goaltenders here at this tournament, just 20 years old, gaining such valuable experience.
Gaining some big experience. Nobody will fault him on the goal.
Yeah.
It was a great one-on-one, and he just guessed the wrong way. But a slow period for him, too. The Italians have to play at the other end. We'll watch the look back at period 2, and you'll see most of the action is going to be around the Italian goal and around Stilitano. Like, even when the puck wasn't on net, it was still a little bit of an adventure. There's another chance, and he just pounces on the loose puck. So Norway, and if I'm Ken Babby, the head coach of Norway, and inside the locker room after 30 minutes, you're just sitting there saying, guys, we're doing everything right. We'd like to get more shots. We need more shots, but we're doing everything right. It's going to happen. Just keep the process up, and you're going to look back at this World Championships. You're not going to be happy with the result, but I think the process is getting better.
Darren, you were on that call for the 5-3 loss to Germany, and you witnessed that comeback, though, for Norway. Ulla Oystad able to put away 2 back-to-back within 2 minutes of one another. So anything is possible. Of course, you got 15 minutes to go in this final period in regulation. Norway, of course, trailing 1-0 right now with those shots on goal, 8-5. Power play opportunities as well for Italy. Darren going for nothing there, 0 for 2. However, that first penalty for both teams led to 4-on-4 hockey. There's the crowd in Moose Jaw. We've had some great crowd so far, cheering on even better hockey, gotta say. Play underway. Again, Italy needs to get this victory in regulation if they want to move past Germany, get into that quarterfinal against Czechia. Czechia, the 3rd best team so far in preliminary play in Group A. Bake circles back, looks for Jan Roger Klakeg. Again, Norway came out strong in the second period, setting up their systems, but De Pauli with a nifty little pass to Larch gets stopped by Nordstoga. Sundt plays it quick to Varnes, and again,
it was a quick chance for a 3-on-1 from Italy. They just couldn't take the puck cleanly in the neutral zone. Would have been a great scoring chance.
On the far wall, right in front of their own bench, Norway looking to connect. Bake. The pass up to Varnes, and Enderle will go collect it in the near corner. Kaufman. Stefan Kaufman, the only Italian player was up until this game to have scored in regulation in the tournament. Of course, De Pauli now right there with him. Fabian Cruikshank along the near wall. Haven't seen too much of Cruikshank on the ice in this game. See some changes from Norway, but here comes De Pauli, and he's got the space. No, he doesn't. Bake stops that. Developing any further. Bake tries to feed it to Oysat. It's knocked past to Nordstoga. Here's Solberg finding himself all alone. Shoots it towards net anyhow. And Tachi collects the rebound for Italy. And this back and forth is something we've seen a lot of.
Well, it really is. And, you know, where's the separation going to come, right? Is Italy going to find an insurance marker and really start pressing? Or are they going to keep sitting back and let Norway dictate the pace of this third period?
A bit of a chippy shot down. Sundt plays it off his stick. Norway again, they have been putting that offensive pressure when they can get into the zone, but this Italian defense, and then Torella here looking to free it. Does. No one in blue to connect with. Martin Hamre will beat Reimati Marnini down deep. Fabian Cruikshank again. Some fresh energy for Norway. Number 69, Cruikshank now. Looking to set it down. Up to Lindgrot. Lindgrot putting on some speed. Solberg nearly all alone in front. Now a chance. Martin Hamre can't maintain control for Norway, but came in close. On the open side of Stilitano in net. Down deep. Lindgrot battling for it in white for Norway. And Tachi for Italy. Hope to free it, couldn't quite. So Solberg, you can hear the communication on ice. They know that they're still in control. Lindgrot putting on some speed. Gets there before Reimati. Oh, but Captain Nordstoga can't keep it on the blue line. And the puck goes deep. Italy with a line change.
It's been a tough couple of sequences for Knut Andre Nordstoga, the captain for Norway. A couple of turnovers right at the Italian blue line when there's been chances. Fortunately for Norway, Italy hasn't been able to take advantage.
So Kaufman looks for Larch off the end boards now. And Tachi. They'll play all day if they can lock in that defense as they have, the Italians. Very comfortable. Closing in now. That centering feed, De Pauli loses one of his sticks. Continue play. As Varnes comes through. And Larch looks for some room. Kaufman now right in front. Fires it and it's in! Italy! Stefan Kaufman makes it 2.
Well, Kaufman with a great release into the top corner. That's the end of the goal. What you don't see before that is De Pauli getting tangled up with Nordstoga. He lost both of his sticks. One into the sled of Nordstoga, created a little confusion, and then when Norway was trying to break out, Kaufman's able to intercept, walking right in, knowing it's a big moment, and he made no mistake into the top corner.
Stefan Kaufman with his second goal of the tournament gets that go-ahead for Italy. I mean, this is what they were waiting for, hoping for rather, just to get a little bit more distance on Norway. Again, the last two times these two teams met at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships, 2019, 2021, both games going into overtime, and Norway getting the win in both. And Ulla Oiset would like to play upset here. Norway has been there with the pressure. They have more shots on goal, 10-7 here in the third period. Daniela Ponticelli with you alongside Darren DuPont, and there's the Italian head coach Mirko Bianchi getting fired up because now there'll be a face-off in the Italian zone, and who else but Norway's Ulla Oiset? There's the bench watching. Ken Babby, former head coach of the Canadian para hockey team. In his first Worlds appearance with Italy, guess what? In his home province of Saskatchewan. He's from Saskatoon. About a 2.5-hour drive north from here. But this is the moment that he's in right now. This is not insurmountable, and Norway looking to come back, but an offside will slow that one down. And unfortunate as they were getting going, Norway now looking to make up after that beauty by Stefan Kaufman to make it 2-0 Italy here in the third.
Italy coach Mirko Bianchi taken over after Massimo Durin had the program for 17 years before stepping down. This is the 8th ranked team in the world, but a win today will put you into the quarters and guarantee you at least a top 6 finish. So this is massive, not just in this tournament, but for the national program in Italy.
And Italy, who is the host of the next Winter Paralympics, has never finished higher than 5th or lower than 7th at the World Championship, for what that's worth when you consider the history of the program. But either way, they are in this game big time. There it is for Norway! Odenbake barred down!
What a laser of a shot by Baki, and big smiles and an epic celebration. That was just blasted upstairs, and there was nothing Stilitano could do. He was inches away from getting a stick on it to try and deflect it, and Klake coming in and taking on his teammate on the celebration. Norway right back in this hockey game.
My goodness, the Norway fans love to see it, and guess who else in the house loves to see it? Team Germany, because of course, there's some of their members, they're smiling. They're hoping for a Norway win because it means they can secure their spot as second in Group B and into the quarterfinals. Italy now with a 1-goal lead only, and here comes Varnes of Norway. They're certainly fired up, that momentum. They've done it before, getting back-to-back goals within a minute and change. So it's not like Norway doesn't know how to get on the board. They've got great leadership, and they are all kinds of fired up. They want to get a win here in this preliminary round. Of course they do. Nobody plays not to get that W. Again, a big stretch pass to Varnes, coming in tight, and it's a stop by Stilitano.
Norway's first goal.
Full body spread on that one for Italy. Into the near corner. Suddenly there's a whole bunch more energy. Oiset trying to sneak one by on the stick side, maybe just under. Can't quite get that. Norway still with the pressure though. Morten Varnes over to Bake. Cruikshank looking to tee it up for Oiset. Down deep. Collisions, Antachi this time. And that one up high, my goodness, nearly again in the same spot. Another one. It was nearly wide open for Bake. Norway looking to tie things up here. Oiset with a soft pass to Nordstoga. That's stopped by Stilitano around the other way. And Christoph De Pauli with one of the biggest defensive plays of the game. Just some subtle work in front of the net to cover up that hole. But Odenbake now in the slot. Dangerous shot from number 22. He'd like to add another. Fires that one. Oiset was right there. Captain Nordstoga will keep it in from the blue line. Norway fired up. Stilitano stays strong for Italy.
Great stop by Stilitano, but this is the Norway team that we thought we were going to see coming into this championships. And great loose puck in front. Bake with another great chance as Stilitano. Good movement to get over to his left. And then defensive help. Macri, De Pauli, and Tochi, they're all getting in front of the lanes here and clearing out the front of the goal. And Norway putting on all kinds of pressure. And that's kind of been their MO in this tournament, is unfortunately getting behind and then putting on a lot of pressure in the third.
Yeah, big third periods from Norway, and now again winning that offensive zone draw, but not enough though as Nils Larch comes away with it for Italy. Again, these Italian players know how to defend. And you said it earlier, Darren, they knew they couldn't rely solely on that. Klake fires it down. Solberg looks to meet it, does. Far wall. Kept in on the blue line by Nordstoga, just as quickly carried forward by Macri. All alone, fires it in! Andrea Macri for Italy! The acting captain gives his team a little bit more insurance as they look to get into that quarterfinal.
A good release, but massive miscommunication by Jan-Roger Klake. Goes the other way, doesn't realize that Solberg had lost a little bit of stride on Macri. And it was too late by the time Clackegg made the decision to come back. Great release, good finish, good goal. And that's an important insurance marker for Italy to get that back. The last time they went up 2-0, it took just a minute 26 for Norway to answer and get it back to 1. So this one's less than 2 minutes later, but now how do the Norwegians respond?
Well, Odin Bakke will take it from that face-off at center to Cruikshank. If you're going to get going here in the final minutes of this period, got to start with Bakke. He's right there again. Pressure from Andreoni. Down deep, covered up, that time by Stilitano. There it is, covered up. And it has been a busy third period as Italy adds to their lead, but Norway on the board. We're watching the World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming GeoSatellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do?
A 3-1 lead, and now Norway hoping to crack away at that. Last time these two teams met on the world stage of the championships anyhow. Both teams, of course, taking it into overtime. Could it happen again? Norway would like to tie things up at the very least. Nordstoga is hoping for that pass to Varnes, already with an assist in this game. Pass to Odin Bakke, getting them on the board here in the third period. Varnes again will tip it over to Nordstoga. Over the blue line, a bit of a friendly collision there. Oiset didn't quite see it. Varnes hoping to capitalize on the chaos, but Clackegg will shoot it deep. That one high. What a save by Stilitano, just outstretched off high on the glove. Up high in the zone, Nordstoga keeps it in. On the blue line, Alex Enderle for Italy. Fires it down off the boards, back to Nordstoga though. And Oiset with a chance. Ooh, nearly timing off. Clackegg fires it. Soft touch from the stick of Stilitano. Oiset again in position now, down deep. That could have been a nice feed to Varnes. He was set up for it. Nordstoga will do it this time. So Jan Roger Clackegg will settle it down along the center line, but time is winding down here for Norway. Oiset missed it, so Bakke will fire it down, and Varnes will chase it, and Tocci for Italy as well, providing that defense. And up high, Nordstoga pushes the puck below. This is advantage Italy right now, despite being in the Italian zone. The time winding down here in regulation. They do need the win in regulation if they want to get into that quarterfinal.
That's how big the second goal was. The insurance marker, I think you're content just keeping all 5 players kind of below the top of the circles and just sitting back and trying to chew out as much of this 3 minutes as you can find.
And here comes Enderle, hoping to get on the puck and getting close with Andreas Sundt. Sundt, who has faced 8 shots, the young goaltender, 20 years old. And that's the thing, Norway has outshot Italy more than double the shots on goal, 16-8 right now. Under the sled, Reimati Marnini hoping to fire it down, does this time. Goes wide. Collision down along the near wall. Varnes to Bakke. Bakke will chip it off the boards. Why not? But Solberg with only one stick. Goes to find it. Looks like his pick has been damaged too. Doesn't quite have the grip that's needed. Alexander Lindgren. We're in the final 2 minutes here, and Italy knows if they can maintain this lead, they can come through in regulation, which is what they need for the points. And a date with Czechia on Friday. And we'll reset in the neutral zone.
Yeah, Italy doing great work defensively, but Norway's going to keep throwing everything their way. I mean, the problem is just the slow starts for Norway. You know, Italy's been pretty consistent. Play defense, wait for your chances, and then capitalize. But there's been 8 Norwegian shots already towards the Italian goal, and yeah, we'll see the net empty now for Norway. With inside 2 minutes to go, no point in waiting. You've had all the pressure.
And that's a tough one. It's what they did in their game against Germany when they only had a 1-goal differential. But why not, right? Give it a go. Have the extra attacker on this offensive zone draw. Italy does win it, though. Not cleanly, so Klakegg will protect along the blue line. So 6 on 5 right now, and Odin Bakke has it for Norway. Varnes sliding through. That could have been a chance. De Pauli again protecting the line. Up high is Stilatano, and it bounces, and there's a penalty coming against Italy. Here's a big chance for Norway as they will head to the power play.
Well, Norway's coming close. Italy, just a tremendous job by their goaltender once again. Look at that save.
Huge.
That's why you stay on the bench between periods, so you save your energy.
There you go.
To do that.
Again, if it works, it works. So Italy in the penalty box on a teeing call. And that will certainly give a good advantage for Norway here, who's taking a timeout. They've pulled goaltender Andreas Sundt. And there's a look at the bench right now. In the box for Italy is Oyusebu and Tochi.
Well, we'll get a look at the penalty call. And yeah, just came in aggressively and got the front of the sled in the way, and that's an easy call to make, but the big save that came just after that. And again on the rebound on Oyset might have been even more impressive. So kind of a last-ditch effort here for Norway, and right now, again, just a tremendous job as you get a look at that Norway bench drawing up the penalty kill. You've got some room to play with here. You know, in a 2-goal deficit, or a 2-goal lead for Italy, and an empty net down at the other side. So expect Italy to, if they can get control, take a couple of shots at that empty net. But Norway's got to apply all the pressure now.
Yeah, this is a huge opportunity. So 6 on 4, empty net in the Norway zone. But the action right here in the Italian end. Norway comes away easily with it, but the pass to Bakke is a bit of a miss. And Lindgren can't get a stick on it, so Italy's able to do the damage and send it down. Nils Larch with that shot. That's all they need to do. They've got time right now. Sure, shorthanded on this penalty kill. Ula Oyset hoping to tip it back for Varnes. Nordstoga moving quick to meet the puck. 6 on 4 right now for Norway. Odin Bakke nearly loses control, comes up on Larsh, but puck is behind him. And Enderle will fire it down, force the action to a frustrating point with just 10 seconds left in this game. Italy knows they can feel it And they're doing everything they can, keeping it away. Alexanderley for Italy. And the Italians do what they set out to do, win it, and they're in it. Not only upsetting Norway, keeping them winless in the preliminary round, but also an upset for Team Germany, who now does not play in the quarterfinal. It'll be Italy. Italy and their goaltender, Santino Stiliano, with tears in his eyes, knowing how big this moment is. In 2007, he was called up to join the Italy national para ice hockey team. He's been with them ever since, and honestly, it has been a tournament for this man, and another outstanding performance today.
Wow, absolutely. I mean, let's look at the way Italy plays the game. 3 shots in the first, 2 shots in the second, and 3 shots in the third. And yeah, you just got to look at the Germans. That's the most disappointing thing, is Germany sits on and watches Stiliano steal a quarterfinal berth right out from underneath them.
Yeah.
You know, again, I mentioned it. 8 shots, that's it. And you scored 3 times. Like, talk about being opportunistic, but without Stiliano, they're not moving on. They're just not. So tremendous, tremendous job, tremendous commitment to team defense. And that's how this team's going to win hockey games, and they're buying in. So what a story this Italian team is.
Absolutely. Stiliano is used to being the oldest player on his team, now at 53, safe to say the oldest player as well in this tournament, and he's just been tremendous. We'll be heading ice level now for ceremonies here to close out this game. This game closing out preliminary action for Group B. So the standings with 3 wins: China, then Italy, then Germany, then Norway.
As well as the Métis Treaty 4 and Saskatchewan flags, which pay homage to the host community, Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada. The awards will be presented by Christy Jory, Director of Transportation for the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championship, and Leslie Campbell, General Manager of Golden West and Homefield. The best player of Team Norway is number 23, Jan Roger Klokkeeg.
Klokkeeg was really good in this game for Norway. And early on, he was their best player. Late, there was some other guys who stepped up and put some pressure on, but very deserving for Norway.
And a longtime member of the team as well. He was part of the Norwegian team that won bronze at the 2011 European Championships. Would have loved some better outcomes here in the preliminary round. They will play again in the 7-8 game.
The best player of Team Italy is number 62, Christophe DePauli.
Well-deserved Christophe DePauli, not only getting the first goal for Italy in this game, but also making at least 2, if not more, incredible stops right on the crease.
Well, in his play alongside the Norway captain, Nordstoga, directly led to the Macri goal. So, you know, he scored, he helped out on that one. He ended up chipping in defensively and physically. He was good, but we know it was Stiliano was the story in goal for Italy, and will continue to be as they move forward.
Some great sportsmanship. You love to see it. And we'll get set and ready to hear the Italian national anthem. A big win in every way for this team.
And remove your hats for the playing of Italy's national anthem.
Italy celebrating, savoring the moment. So they will return Friday for a quarterfinal matchup, 3 p.m. local time, taking on Czechia. In the other quarterfinal at 7 o'clock, China versus Korea. Another look at the moments that made it happen. Kaufman, DePaoli, and Macri make it 3 for Italy to take this one, 3-1 over Norway. Up next, though, the big rivalry to close out the preliminary round. Your host, second-ranked Canada, taking on defending champions USA. That all starts 7 o'clock Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. Daniela Ponticelli alongside Darren Dupont, and a big thank you to our fantastic production crew. You're watching the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada.